Welcome to Thirsty Thursday with Jenna and Barrett.
A podcast for college students, made by college students, covering the tea of everyday life. Hello, and welcome back to Thirsty Thursdays with Jenna and Barrett. Barrett, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm fabulous as ever. I finished my finals. It's 4.0 season. Miss Jenna, how are you?
I'm okay. Haven't started my finals yet. Still stressing out about the end of the semester. Yesterday was our last day of the semester, so...
It's coming. It's coming. Christmas is here. Jingle all the way.
Woo-hoo. Jingle bells.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Yes. So we have a guest on the podcast today, but before we get into that, Barrett, I know you had something that you wanted to bring up.
The tea bags. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
You're just hating. I love it.
No. I was talking to Brian about it the other day, and I have a new one. I think we need to call them the tea cups because we called ourselves the tea kettles or the tea pots. So if we're giving them the tea, are they really the tea bags? Because that would be vice versa. Just saying.
I love tea bags. Like, that just... It's so... We'll post it on our Instagram at Thirsty Thursdays. We'll make it a poll.
That's a good idea, actually.
The tea cups or the tea bags.
We put it to the people. The people better side with me because I'm right.
The people will vote. Anyways, so today we are starting our first guest on the podcast.
I am
super
so excited
about that. We have Miss EMMA PLATT. Love her.
She's an icon.
I've known Emma for about 4 years now. Literally one of the funniest people I know. She always has a comeback to everything. She will give it to you straight.
Yes, she will. She got looks that kills, too.
Oh,
she will shoot you a glance and drop dead.
Oh. So she's currently a sophomore at Texas State University.
Go Bobcats, meow.
Studying preclinical laboratory science with a concentration in public health. Cannot relate.
STEM is not my move. Was my move, but not anymore.
Props to her, seriously. That, sounds like it would be the death of me. She just got a new puppy.
Scout.
Fun fact. Shout out Scout, honestly.
Shout out Scout.
I think Scout should be the Thursday mascot.
Oh, that's a good one. We'll put him on the Instagram. We'll let the people know. We'll let the people know who we're talking about. But he's a cutie.
No, he's so sweet. Anything else before we hop into our interview with Emma?
I think that's it. Let's get started.
We are with Emma, Miss EMMA PLATT. Hello, Queen.
Welcome, Emma.
Hello. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me, guys.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Emma, how has your first semester of college been? Let's just start off strong.
Well, my first semester, it's my sophomore year. So,
yeah, first semester of sophomore year.
Sophomore year. So, it's about as good as it can get when you have college during a global pandemic, riots, and a messy election. So, it's been, not to get political, but we all know it sucked.
Amen for everyone.
Preach.
No matter who you support, we can all agree it sucked to an extent, but it's been pretty good. Other than that, chemistry is kicking my butt, so if any of you tea bags out there are in STEM, you know that chemistry 1, pretty difficult. Now chem 2, Chile, that is awful.
She is a listener. You could tell. She said the tea bag. She knows. We love it.
I know. I told y'all I listened to the podcast. Did y'all think I was lying?
We trusted you. No, but you knew you had your information.
I think she's in the running for our biggest fan right now. Just saying.
I love that for her.
I don't even think I'm in the running. I think I am the biggest fan. There's no running. It's me.
We'll have a lot to say about that, but
the statement.
we will get into that. So yes, Emma, we talked about your major in STEM. I can't relate because, you know,
Yes,
be in
Miss
that liberal
Advertising
arts.
over here.
Shut up.
You know, today we were at work and Jenna was like, I have yet to fail a test. The lowest grade I've gotten is a B. I was like, Jenna, that's because your major is advertising.
I cannot relate. My old chemistry test before I switched from a non-STEM major, we were talking like 54s, and I was like, I
With
tried.
the curve. I got
With the
54
curve.
with the curve on one of mine, and I was like, oh, well, I mean, like, I was aiming for like a 50 with a curve, so like, I'm happy with that, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know how you do
aim
it,
high.
girl.
Aim high, miss small. Isn't
Yeah,
that what the saying is?
That's right. If you, I mean, like, if you aim for average and you're usually below average, then people will be surprised when you perform of average, you know? So,
Yeah.
that's my
This is
motto.
true.
That's how
So
I'm doing it 2020.
what made you want to get into STEM, ma'am?
Well, honestly, I'd always been like a really nerdy child. Like, I would bring my books out to the playgrounds and playing with other kids.
You're
That
one of
sounds,
those girls, weren't you?
She
yes,
wasn't in
Miss
the Wolf Clan or the
Advertising
Horse
major, I
Clan.
was.
She was a reader.
I know. I was like, I'm not playing hopscotch with you losers. So I just always loved science. My dad's a meteorologist, so he kind of got me into some of that science stuff. And my grandma was actually a science teacher, so she got me into that too.
I high-key wanted to be a meteorologist when I was little.
Dude, honestly, it is so like incredibly difficult. I did not realize how much math went into my dad's major. He's like, oh yeah, I took calculus, discrete math. He took like an aerospace engineering class. I'm like, all that just to tell me it's gonna be cold tomorrow. What are they having you do, Dad?
No, literally, like that was like my dream until like 8th grade, or no, it was like sophomore year because I was talking to Julia about it and she was like, I wanted to be a meteorologist too. But then she was like, I had to take calculus, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
As a girl that started getting C's in math by the 5th grade, no.
Have y'all ever written sorry on a math test because you know you just screwed up so badly?
Literally me.
No, I can't relate. I was good at math in high school, still am good at math in college, just not chemistry.
Dude, I don't know what
chemistry's not math, Barrett.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
I'm not good at chemistry. But it is all math.
I'm just gonna shut up.
Like, chemistry is like a different math though. Like, my professor was teaching and he was like, yeah, if you're in Calc 2, you should see some of this math. I was like, sir, I got a C in statistics and a C in intro college algebra. So,
so here we are.
Your guess is incorrect.
I know, but I mean, you know, I got through it and I just got to get through this final and then I'm on my way to OChem.
Gross.
Which I'm not gonna try and burst your bubble, is worse than Gen Chem 2.
God almighty. Okay, maybe I'm not a STEM major anymore. Maybe I'll go over to the advertising area and see what they have to offer there.
We would love to have you. So what's economics? No.
Yes, economics. That's what I dropped to. I'm now an econ major. Biochemistry,
that's a lot of math too, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's all easy math. It's all statistics.
Okay, well, maybe I could do that. Maybe.
Anyways, Emma, why are you majoring in STEM? What do you want to do when you're grown up?
Well, I'm currently a preclinical laboratory science major with a minor in public health at Texas State. Woo, eat 'em up, cats. I just wanted to, I had an autoimmune disorder when I was younger. And that really kind of put things into perspective for me as to how important the healthcare field is. I mean, like, we all know it's important and we all know, like, yeah, like, doctors save lives and all this, but you don't really know how important it is until you or a loved one experiences something like that, like, will just drastically alter your life. So that's why I wanted to do it. At first, I, like, wanted to be a doctor, but I think in part that had to do with my Grey's Anatomy obsession freshman year of high school. And then I was like, oh, never mind. Medical school is like an arm and a leg for half a semester. Plus it's more math and more chemistry. So yeah, with laboratory science, I really just want to work in a lab and, like, when you get blood work sent off to the lab, basically I'd be the person at the lab that, like, analyzes it. So yeah, that'd be me.
Interesting.
And eventually, I
Wow.
want to pursue infectious disease research eventually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She said,
So
Miss CDC.
yeah, I'm not even worried
Smart.
about it.
She said, I am CDC.
I know. I'm the WHO.
I'm the who?
Who is
the
she?
WHO.
Anyways, so we had a question in our Instagram poll. You
Oh.
said that you were a big fan of conspiracy theories.
Oh, this is gonna be a long podcast if we're gonna talk about conspiracy theories.
She said, I'm Shane Dawson. Conspiracy theory time.
Ew, no,
Anyway.
he's a pedophile.
Yeah, please don't be Shane Dawson.
Anyway, so they wanted us to talk about the Denver International Airport theory, which I'm from the great state of Colorado. We love DIA.
Okay. Well, why don't you
yeah.
tell me what you know about it, Jenna?
Well, so I know that it's like apparently like the Illuminati lives in the basement of the airport. I've been through the tunnels before. Like I've seen the tunnels. They're not like anything spooky. I don't feel like the Illuminati would not want to be at the Denver airport. They'd be somewhere a little bit fancier.
Yeah.
I have nothing on this topic. I know zero conspiracy theories. The only conspiracy theory that I have is like Starbucks changing its menu or something. That's the only thing I know of.
Barrett.
So I'm out, but I'm here to learn.
But I want to get your input on this, Emma.
So basically, from what I understand from the theory, is it's like there's no good reason why it was built in the first place because there was like a bigger airport like closer. And there's just some really weird paintings and like artwork in there. And so that leads people to believe that it's connected to like the Illuminati, or they say it was built by like Nazi groups and like the New World Order and stuff. But I mean, that's all I know about it. Now, don't even get me started on like Pizzagate.
Another topic that I wanted to discuss was our
No, hold on. I'm cutting you off. What is your favorite conspiracy theory? Let's just have that. Like, what is it overall? Yes, you,
Oh,
Miss Emma.
definitely Pizzagate and Hollywood being involved in pedophilia.
I've heard that one. I do know the second one.
Yeah.
Like a whole ring of it.
It's a whole ring. Watch me like die mysteriously after this podcast is released. Barrett and I go missing.
I would cry.
Death drop. I'm gonna go out in style at least.
Yeah, you will. I won't. I'm gonna go out with a C in chemistry, and that's not really stylish, honestly.
I mean, the only conspiracy theories that I really know are like the Nelson Mandela.
Oh, the Mandela effect.
Yeah, like the Berenstain
I love how you
Bears.
and I are just making faces at each other, and Emma knows exactly what's happening.
I'm like,
she's like, oh yeah, this one. I'm like,
oh yeah, that one. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that one's like.
Those ones are like kind of freaky, low key.
That one's more like your mind playing tricks on you in a sense, because it's like, you know, did you ever read that book series when you're younger? It's like the Bernstein Bears.
I literally just said
and it's
that,
like
yeah.
Bernstein Bears. It's like spelt different, and the Mandela effect makes you think it's spelled differently. And it's based off the fact that Nelson Mandela was put in prison for a while, and people had thought he died. And then the news was like, oh, Nelson Mandela was released from prison, and everyone was like, wait a minute, I thought he died. So F in the chat for Nelson Mandela. Man did so much good and everyone just thought he died when really he was in prison for fighting for equal rights. So
rest in paradise, Mr. Mandela.
Rest in paradise.
wow, learning a lot.
We all know it's the end of the year. I want to talk about our Spotify Wrapped.
Oh, I know who my top artist would be, but I just don't have Spotify. But I could tell you who they would be.
Who would your top artist be?
Who do you think my top? Thank you. I was like, that's a dumb question.
Miss
Quickly
Grande.
followed by Miss Eyelash, Miss Eilish, Billy herself.
Okay.
I was expecting Nicki Minaj, but when you said eyelash, I was like, who?
No, yeah. Nicki. I mean, my top 5 are probably Ariana Grande, Billie Eilish, Nicki Minaj. What's another song that I listen to? I could scroll through. Probably Halsey.
Ugh.
And then the 5th one is probably gonna be like Frozen. It just throws it a good bridge.
I will list off my top 5 artists because I'm not even that. I'm pretty basic, honestly. Like number 5, we got Surfaces.
Okay.
Basic. Harry Styles.
Oh.
John Mayer was number 3 this year.
I feel like what's wrong with you?
I know. I feel like I cheated on this man. Number 2 is 5 Seconds of Summer because I relived my 13-year-old phase.
I was obsessed with him when I was
Hardcore.
13 too. It's okay.
And then my number 1 was Mr. Kanye West.
I was
Okay,
gonna
that's
say you
pretty-
branched out, and then I regret that statement because no, you didn't. You went backwards in time, actually.
So
Kanye.
I'm sorry. I listened to his entire discography over quarantine.
I know.
That man low-key got bars.
I remember you text me like, "OMG, Life of Pablo is so good." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
I'm like 3 years late, but it's fine.
Yeah, so mine was a little bit okay. First of all, let me just start by saying I feel like this year's Spotify rap, like, it was not accurate at all.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just me.
Do you care to tell them what your number 1 song was, Emma?
God almighty. Box fan rest sounds.
I don't even know what that is.
It's just the noise that a box would play.
Is this like white noise but a box fan?
Yes.
Why, Jenna, Emma, why is this a thing that you two know about but I did not? What does this mean?
Because A, I was embarrassed. B, I feel like this is inaccurate because I really only listen to this when I'm out of town and don't have a fan, and I've only played this overnight like maybe 5 times, but like I listen to music all the time, so I feel like the music I listen to should kind of like take over that. Anyways, my top 5 artists. Oh, it even listed it as one of my like top 5 artists was that, and I was like, oh,
apparently you listen to it more than you think.
Apparently I just love fans.
Hey, there's nothing like a good boxed fan white noise.
Yeah,
That's just so funny to me.
There's brown noise. Did you know that?
What's brown noise?
It's just a softer form of white noise. We make a lot of jokes about that in my family.
I don't like that at all.
Okay.
It's so weird. They sound identical to me, but apparently the rest of my family thinks there's a difference. I do not.
And then my top 5 artists, number 1 was Tame Impala. Number 2 was Metallica. I'm surprised that wasn't number 1, honestly. Number 3 was the one and only Miss Billie Eilish. Number 4 was Fan Sounds, God. And then number 5 was John Mayer. So
how did you let Fan Sounds get above John Mayer?
How did you let Kanye West get above John Mayer? I could ask you the same question.
Okay. I listened to his song I Wonder 66 times in one day.
You need a life.
Hey, I was going through it during quarantine.
April Fools, you need help.
We all were, but I didn't listen to the same song 66 times besides resting box fans.
She made a TikTok about it. One of the girls was like,
this girl, she of course came across my For You page and she was like, okay, but what's your number 1 Spotify list, like most listened to song, Box Fan Sounds? It was the same one I listened to and everything. And I look and her TikTok blew up and like Noah Snap commented on it and everything. And I was like, that could have been me if I just made that TikTok like 2 hours sooner. But I duetted her. I did, and I haven't gotten a response yet, so it's okay. She's probably swamped with
probably famous
sponsorships by box fan companies. So
we'll share that TikTok on After Sick Thursdays.
Ooh.
So y'all can see it.
This is why are we talking about box fans? Don't we have lives? What does everybody else do? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not one of those people that can sleep with noise, for starters. Like when I sleep, I want it quiet. Mm-hmm. I'm laying on my back or my side. Do not speak to me. Do not look at me. Do not play me any noises. Like, get away.
I can't even sleep with the fan on.
I have to have fan noises.
I have to have a fan on.
Otherwise, it has to have fan noise. Otherwise, I can't go to sleep. And it has to be like pitch black. Like not even lights from like my like TV thing. I don't know, the light on my TV, you know, that tells you when it's on or off. I can't even do that. I'm sorry, my dog's getting into stuff right now, so I have to.
Mr. Scout, he's made an appearance.
What a king. So pure. When I go to sleep, sorry, Scout. When I go to sleep, I have to sleep with sweatpants and a sweatshirt, sleep with no fan, flannel sheets, and 3 extra blankets.
You're a freak.
I get cold.
Okay, well then turn off the fan or turn up the heater. One of the two. But
I don't sleep with the fan on.
Sweatpants?
Yes.
No wonder you're so skinny. You lose weight at night too. You sweat it all off.
I gained like 30 pounds from this dorm food at Tech.
Oh my god, now you built like an iPhone. I saw a TikTok about that, and it was, those Wild 'N Out episodes where they just call each other out.
Yeah.
She was like, like, some people say I could be a supermodel. He's like, April Fools, you built like an iPhone, and they're just like trying not to die. That.
Oh my god.
Iconic.
I'm built like an iPhone, like 3.
Oh, an iPhone 3. Oh, so you're going original with the curved side, like the thick curves.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm built like a T-bone steak on a good day, so.
I'm built like a noodle, just like tall and
like a noodle that hasn't been cooked.
Yeah, like a non-cooked noodle, a hard noodle.
Oh, you're built like a plank of wood.
A plank of wood?
Yeah.
We're not. What are we getting ourselves? What have y'all gotten into? The viewers, what have they gotten themselves into? This late in the game.
I'm so sorry, guys. Y'all have to hear this.
This is how life with us just works. This is what we hear at work. This is what we hear when we hang out. It's just a nightmare for the people around us.
Yes, it really is. But you know what? So when I was listening to y'all's first podcast, y'all were talking about how y'all met, and I actually remember how we both met. Like how I met both of y'all.
Oh, so please do share.
I remember I was guarding, and you were in the guard class, and I remember like complimenting your skills because like Barrett's a really good lifeguard. Like 10 out of 10 would trust him with my life, and you were like,
I wouldn't.
And then we just started talking. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be such good friends with this guy. And then Jenna, we met her, or not we met her, excuse me. I met her at a swim meet. She was supporting one of our friends.
Shout out Christine.
Christine, my girl. And then Jenna joined the swim team later. And for all you teabags out there wondering,
1 year.
I am faster than her. Always have been, always will be. Yeah.
I mean, she's not wrong, but.
Oh my gosh, the fact that you remember that is so good. I do remember you and I were close from the beginning, Emma. Like, I feel like you were one of the people that like immediately like I talked to. We
had,
get
like,
each
connection.
other.
We are like up here.
I was so intimidated by Emma. To be honest. Everyone says that whenever they first meet me. They're like, I'm so intimidated by you. And I was like, why? I just tell dad jokes. But like, like that's it. Oh my god, can we cut that part out? That was so cringy. I hate myself. No, we're gonna leave this whole part in.
We're leaving this whole thing in.
God.
No, it was so. Me and Emma just do this thing now that we've worked together for so long. We don't even speak when we're unhappy. We just stare. We just look. Like, we just shoot glances, and we know what's happening.
And it's like we're like communicating like telepathically, because it's like if something happens and we can't talk about what happened, when we're alone, we'll talk about it, and like we're on the same page.
Amen. We're always there together. We'll be like, you saw, okay, good to know. I'm not the only one.
We're like, you said, yep, okay. So
okay, I'm gonna go hide now and try not to live in this world.
Gotta go.
Got a blast.
I remember I was like, she's so cool, and like I would never be friends with her. And then,
I'm just kidding.
That's what I thought about you.
Emma, will you officially be my friend?
Yes. Only
she said, "Let me check my schedule."
No.
She said,
I'm free
only
Friday.
on Monday, Wednesday, Friday between the hours of 9 to 1 p.m. Sorry.
Other times, offer Barrett.
I love that. Priority. That was a really bad tongue pop. That was just like a really weird roll.
It's okay. We tried. A for effort.
Oh, I can do it. See?
Whoa.
I'm cutting that out. I'm gonna cut that out and like put in like a chicken squawk.
That's so funny, Jenna. I'm literally rolling on the floor laughing right now.
This is what I mean by Emma has like the best comebacks ever. Like,
get her, Emma. Get her.
I try.
She makes me feel worthless, but in a good way. Like every single time.
Well, that's what I try. That's what I aim for. So.
She really said, "I'm gonna edit a chicken sound," and Emma said, "That's funny."
I'm gonna edit a chicken sound, really.
And then nothing but crickets.
I'm gonna edit the chicken sound. Like, was I supposed to laugh after that?
Hold for the laugh coming soon.
I'm officially retiring after this episode.
All right, Bear and I'll take over.
I have a new co-host, apparently.
Emma, I like the fact that you're drinking tea.
It's coffee, believe it or not. I feel like it's a sin to drink coffee while I'm on this podcast, but I don't have any caffeinated tea, and I have to study for finals.
I knew it was coffee. Emma be drinking coffee. She'd be showing up coffee. Believe it, coffee. Coffee. It's all coffee.
Coffee. Yeah, it's either coffee or energy drinks. I have such a bad caffeine addiction. So for you tea bags out there who are curious about my caffeine addiction, you probably aren't, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I have literally been drinking coffee since I was 10. So parenting failed on that one.
She's been on the streets since she was 10 drinking coffee. She started early.
I started early. And since then, I've literally just built up such a caffeine tolerance that I generally have about 6 cups of coffee and a bang a day, and I'm still dragging.
You remind me of that girl from Meet the Robinsons when she got all those coffee patches on her arm. She's like, I'm on my 12th cup of coffee. And she's like jumping all over the place. That's Emma.
Literally, but I don't jump all over the place. I'm still tired. So I'm probably going to have a heart attack one day.
I'm sorry if y'all hear low-key screaming. My mom just got home and my dogs are literally insane.
My dog does the same thing. It's okay. Actually, you can go check on him.
Everybody. My gecko's silent. If we're just listing our pets, mine are most silent. I have a fish tank and a gecko.
Wow. Does he save you 15% or more on car insurance?
No, her name is Kiki, but we thought about naming her Girlco instead of Geico because it's not funny because she's a female. That one deserves a good laugh. See, even Emma was here for that one. Jenna was like, "You're stupid."
So good. No. That would be so good. Okay, Miss Chicken Noises.
I had a fish named Dr. Pepper when I was little. Because it was blue, but it had one red stripe. Shut up, Barrett.
As in the chat for Jenna's future kids' names.
I really wanted to name my kid Shane.
You're really, no, ma'am.
You're gonna be
so cool to me.
From Bird Box, you're gonna be girl and boy, and you're gonna think you did something.
She's long hair, short hair. Get over here.
One thing about me is I've never seen any movie ever, literally. So don't know what you're talking about.
I'll send you a list.
You want culture?
I have one made for a friend. We go through them all the time. We just keep watching movies, one after the next. So I'll send it to you. I'll get you a head start.
I love movies. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Not even gonna lie, those are good movies. They're 12 hours long, but they're good.
Nerd.
You were Kid on the Playground.
Yeah, I was that Kid on the Playground. What did I tell y'all? You know what?
Did you try to pick up the wood chips and throw them like you had the Force? You were like.
She said, "Y'all speak Klingon."
I did not know, Barrett.
I told you I can picture it now. Emma's get away from me, and they're like, no, and she's like, I will force you back, and she throws the wood chips, and then is pretending to choke this child, and the girl's like, wow, you're a freak, and walks off, and then Emma would read her book.
Wonder why I was bullied in middle school.
Hang on, I'm sorry. I just said, do you speak Klingon? I think Klingon is.
That's Star Trek.
I'm sorry.
I've actually never seen any of the Star Treks, which I feel like I should because I've seen all the Star Wars, but it's whatever.
Another Spock. That's it.
That's all I know.
Yeah, that's all I know too. It's okay.
It's pointy ears.
Star Wars is more popular for a reason, so.
I am not a Star Wars fan. Unpopular opinion. Here's my thing. Before you jump, I'm just gonna say it's the same plot line recycled every 3 movies, just with different characters. It's the same plot line, literally the same.
Jenna, you literally just said you've never seen a movie. Why are you agreeing? I'm so confused right now.
To be fair, I watched the most recent one, but only the first 30 minutes because I fell asleep.
Now, don't get me wrong. Here's my statement. The first one of each series, fabulous. The first one of each 3, the trilogy, always good. Because I'm here for it. It's somewhat of a new story. I'm getting new characters. I'm getting a new feel. By the end of the second, I'm like, oh, it's the same one. Just with a different planet, a different person.
I mean, in the
end, lightsaber.
I get what you mean. In the end, it's always bad versus good, and some planet is about to be destroyed. Nevertheless, they're so good. Oh my god, my childhood crush was Anakin Skywalker, and like the ones from like 2005-ish, you know what I mean?
You weren't into Darth Maul?
No, not particularly.
Those horns weren't it for you?
No, I mean, like, he was up there, you know, I do go for the bad boys, but...
Oh my god. Would you say the Star Wars is your favorite movie?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I'd actually say Forrest Gump is my favorite movie.
Never seen it.
Lord.
Shut up, Barrett. It's so good.
People call me Jenna. Never seen it.
There we go.
I know what love is.
I hate all of you.
Okay, Barrett, what's your favorite movie?
Oh, ooh, that's a good one. You know what I'm going to say?
The Notebook.
I've watched it many times. No. Watched it many times recently. Crazy Rich Asians.
Never seen it.
Yet to see that one.
Oh, it's a favorite for me because it mixes like culture. So like I'm like seeing a little bit more into like culture of like the family, like it brings all that, but it's comedy and romance and a little bit of action. Like it got all three. So it's good. Mm-hmm. But the proposal is always a go-to for me because Ryan Reynolds is hilarious and Sandra Bullock is amazing.
Oh, that's a good one too. That is so funny. The scene where she's like doing the dance like in the forest, you know what I'm
From the window to the wall.
I feel so left out right now.
Well, maybe you should culture yourself and watch a movie sometime.
Yeah, perhaps I shall take over as co-host until you watch like a certain amount of movies.
Hey, my favorite movie, Curious George. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, of course it was. I was gonna say Barbie, Princess whatever, Princess of the Snow. I was gonna say that's Jenna's favorite movie.
I had the one Barbie that sings like, "I'm just like you, you're just like me." It was like automated and I had a button that I could press. And then I threw her in the bathtub and she didn't sing again. So
you know what my parents always tell me what I did when I was younger? So I had this Barbie and they told me like I hid in the closet and like cut my Barbie's hair and then cut mine.
That's like some like satanic.
We're seeing Emma. The reason you now were bullied in middle school because of this situation.
I would have bullied me too in middle school, not even gonna lie.
This is crazy.
Middle school was a rough time for everybody. I don't care who you are.
We are not going down that path today. No, ma'am, I'm not revisiting. Well, Emma, where can people find you on social media after this podcast? If they want to keep up with you, where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at EMMA PLATT. It's got 2 A's and 2 T's in it. And I do have a TikTok. And it is the same thing as my Instagram. So I don't have Twitter or anything. I had Twitter, but then I deleted it because I was like, you know what, it's kind of a toxic app sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
To that. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Emma. Always a
pleasure. Thank you for having me. I'm so
yes.
happy to be here. And thank you to all you teabags who listen to my embarrassing stories and little rants here and there.
They enjoyed it. We know it. They're going to enjoy it. The people enjoy.
I hope so. Always. I hope they want me back. I hope they're not like, oh, who's Emma, the girl who's drinking coffee on the Thirsty Thursday podcast? God. The girl who pretended she had the force in elementary school? God.
They're going to get you back. The force is going to align and we're going to get you back.
The force is not with you, Emma.
Well, you know what? It's with me, not with your uncultured chicken noise self. So,
for legal reasons, I will be passing away.
Chair but make it electric.
All right, Jenna, I'm coming after your job as co-host then.
Shoot,
you heard it here first, people. We have a throwdown. But no, Emma, thank you again for coming on. We really do appreciate it. We love you here at Thirsty Thursday. And we do hope to have you back soon.
Oh, I would love to be back soon. I love y'all so much.
Love you. Have a good night, girlie.
You too. Good luck on your finals, teabags.
Ugh.
Well, that was fun, Jenna.
Oh, so fun. I literally love Emma. She's the sweetest person ever.
She is a love of my life. I'm so appreciative for her for coming onto this podcast. It really means a lot to us that people support us.
I'm so happy that she could be our first guest. Sorry, Cole.
Oh, he can be salty. But that's okay.
Yes. Anyways, that was this week's episode. Sorry I was a few days late. You know, final season got us down. Make sure y'all follow us on the Instagram at Thirsty Thursday. Let us know who you want us to be the next guest. Let us know what y'all want to hear us talk about, because honestly, we're kind of running out of ideas.
Already running out of ideas and it's been 2 weeks. That's not a good sign. We are not out of ideas. We have people. This is what we have guests for, Jenna. They're quizzing us.
Exactly.
Jenna, where can people find you?
You can always find me at jenna.cook on Instagram, at Jenna Nicole Cook on Twitter, at JennaCook809 on TikTok.
I love that for you. Well, my socials, since you're not going to ask and I'm going to have to do everything myself here, you can find me on Instagram, barrett.kerr_. I'm on Twitter at barrett_kerr_. And I'm on TikTok simply as Barrett Kerr because apparently I'm creative enough to do that.
Emma brought up the idea earlier today that we should make a Thirsty Thursday TikTok.
Ooh, that's a good one. Jenna, get on it. Come on, creative arts.
All right. Well, we hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Rest of your week.
Rest of your week. I speak to you next week. Have a good night, Jenna.
We hope that y'all have a great rest of your week. Stay strong. It's almost the holidays.
Stay safe. I will talk to you next week, Jenna.
Bye-bye.
Bye.